Hey there, developers! Looking to streamline your web app deployment and management? You've come to the right place. Today, I'm breaking down everything you need to know about Azure App Services, Azure Functions, and integrating CI/CD with Azure DevOps. Let's dive in. First off, what is Azure App Services? Think of it as your one-stop shop for hosting web apps, RESTful APIs, and mobile backends. It's fully managed, which means Microsoft takes care of the infrastructure so you can focus on coding, whether you're building in .NET, Java, Node.js, Python, or PHP. Azure App Services has you covered. Now let's talk deployment. With Azure App Services, you can deploy directly from your favorite tools like Visual Studio, GitHub, or even a Docker container. The best part? It supports continuous deployment, so every push to your repository can automatically update your app. This is a game changer for keeping your builds consistent and your users happy. But what about scaling? Azure App Services makes it super easy. You can scale up or out depending on your needs. Got a sudden spike in traffic? No worries. Azure's got auto-scaling options to handle that without breaking a sweat. Alright, let's shift gears to Azure Functions. If you haven't heard of serverless computing, get ready to have your mind blown. Azure Functions allows you to run code on demand without worrying about the underlying infrastructure. You write the code, deploy it, and Azure handles the rest. Perfect for background tasks, event-driven processes, or even microservices. The cherry on top? You only pay for the compute resources you use, so you can run small functions without incurring big costs. Now, how do you integrate all this with CI/CD? Enter Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps provides a complete set of tools to manage your software development lifecycle. You can automate your builds and deployments with Azure pipelines, manage your code with Azure repos, and even track work with Azure boards. Setting up CI/CD is straightforward. You create a pipeline in Azure DevOps, connect it to your repository, and define your build and release stages. From there, every change you push to your repo triggers the pipeline, building, testing, and deploying your app automatically. This ensures faster, more reliable releases. To wrap things up, using Azure App Services, Azure Functions, and Azure DevOps together can transform how you develop, deploy, and manage web apps. You get a seamless, integrated experience that takes the hassle out of infrastructure management, lets you scale on demand, and keeps your deployment smooth and efficient. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more developer tips and tricks. Until next time, happy coding.